Hi, fourth graders. It's me, Mrs. Johnson again. Today we're going to look at customary weight. So if we look at our conversion chart at the top, it says 1 pound equals 16 ounces and 2,000 pounds equals 1 ton. And then I put on some pictures here just so you can kind of see what weighs about that amount. So ounces are pretty small. That's your smaller weight unit for customary. And 1 ounce is going to be about the size or weight of a strawberry. Okay. And then a pound would be the weight of a full pineapple. And my pen changed on me for some reason. Okay. And then a ton is the weight of a rhino, which is massive. So you can easily see how light an ounce is to how heavy a ton is. So keep those things in mind as we come down here and answer some more questions. So which is better, the estimate of a weight? Which is better estimate of a weight of an orange? Is it 5 pounds, so like 5 pineapples, or 5 ounces, such as 5 strawberries? So I'll let you think about that. We're looking for an orange, like an orange that you eat. Okay, so I'm guessing you probably said 5 ounces, right? Because 5 pounds would be awfully heavy for an orange. Even for a grapefruit, that would be heavy. Okay, so now let's go down to number 2. Which is the better estimate for the weight of a first grader? So now not you fourth graders, but a first grader. Although I think maybe I weighed this much when I was a fourth grader. So anyway, we look here, we have 30 pounds or 30 ounces. So would a first grader weigh 30 strawberries or 30 pineapples? It's another way to relate it. I'm with you. Pounds is way more reasonable than ounces when you're measuring a human unless they're way tiny. Okay, now we're going to go here to number 3 and do single conversions. So we have 6 pounds, 2 ounces. Now you guys know the drill. The first thing you look at is, you're right, the units of measurement, pounds and ounces. So which one's greater? Yep, you're right, your pounds. That's going to be your horse, and your fly is going to be ounces. Now, if you've already forgotten how many ounces make up a pound, you can use this. So you look here, 16 ounces make 1 pound. So they give you the horse, so you know the saying. So you're right, you're going to multiply. You're going to multiply your 6 pounds times your 16 ounces. So I'm going to give you a moment to work that problem out. Please use your scratch paper or side to try to solve this. Okay, 6 times 6, got it, 36, and regroup. 6 times 1, 6 plus 3 is 9. So I bet you guys all beat me in a short amount of time at 96 ounces. Okay, now let's move on. 128 ounces, 2 pounds. So I'm going to let you try to figure out your horse and your fly. Try to figure out what you're converting by. Okay, So yes, you got your horse and you've got your fly. This time they give you your fly, you're right. So fly to horseshoe. Oh yeah, divide, of course. By how much? How many ounces make up 1 pound? Kind of talked about that on the previous problem, is 16. So now it gets a little tricky, but we've done some problems very, very similar to this before. I'm going to delete that so we have room. Where you are looking at 16, which you would be dividing by, but we're going to turn it into multiplication because we know multiplication and division are just reverse operations of each other. Okay, so we're going to multiply, but we won't know what our other factor is, but we do know what our product would be, which would be 128. Okay, so let's see if you can figure that out from previous problems we've done. And if I'm going too fast, it is fine for you to pause this, solve the problem, then check with me. So you want to think of what times 6 is going to give you 8 or end in an 8. Well, 6 times 2 is 12. Nope. 6 times 3 is 18. So I'm going to put my 3 in there. So 3 times 6 is 18. I regroup, but now I have 3 plus 1 is 4. That does not give me 12. So I'm going to back up here. Okay, let's keep going. So 4 times 6 is 24. Nope. 6 times 5 is 30. Nope. 6 times 6, 36. Nope. 6 times 7, 42. Nope. 6 times 8. Because 6 times 8 is 48. So I'm going to put my 8 in here and try that. So that gives me 48. We regroup our 4. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So our answer happens to be what our other product was, since we had to figure it out by doing the inverse operation this time. So your answer is 8. Okay, now let's move on to number 5. We have 3 tons equals blank pounds. Well, which one's your horse, which one's your fly? Now I remember tons is like a rhinoceros and pounds is like a pineapple. So clearly my horse, or in this case my rhinoceros, is the bigger one, and my pounds is my fly. So they give you the horse to fly, we multiply, but by how much? How many pounds really are in a ton is 2,000. So we are going to be multiplying by 2,000. So I'm going to let you do the math on that one. So easy peasy with zeros in our number. 2 times 3 is 6. And then tack on your 3 zeros at the end, because I know 3 times all of those zeros is still going to give me 0. So 6,000 is our answer. Okay, this chart today, I would like you to answer that on your notebook, your and there will be another chart just like that on there. So first let's talk about it for a minute. Pounds and ounces, which one's your horse, which one's your fly? Go ahead and write your H and your F above the correct one. Figure out what are you changing between them. What amount? Okay, so if we come back up here, you can look at it. Aha. 16. So, here's our horse. Here's our fly. And we know we're going to be doing 16 one way or the other. So I want you guys to think about this, fill in those problems, write it in on your one notebook, okay? All right, we'll talk to you next time. Bye, kids.